I've noticed something lately. Fewer people seem to read books, especially men. But I don't think it's because men have gotten lazy. I think it's something deeper, and I just can't put my finger on it. Reading used to be about how men learned, reflected, escaped even. Now, most of our downtime is absorbed by short form content. Sadly, we've trained our minds to need constant stimulation. And unfortunately, reading is the opposite of that. We got to be honest with ourselves. We live in a generation where people don't want to read anymore. So if you're a self-publishing author like myself, an independent writer, a freelancer, how do you get your talents to the masses? How do you market yourself? Because again, we're in the digital age. People are fascinated by the 10-second video and doom scrolling. The core demographic of readers are women. You'll be lucky to find a guy between 25 and 35 who enjoys a book. Hell, older than that. You'll see them sprinkled around, but you'll be hard pressed to find. So as a writer, how do you get your material to the masses? And it's one of the biggest obstacles I'm faced with my second novel just weeks away. Now, those of us in the literature world know how hard it is to, one, find an agent, two, find a publisher. So it's a lot of work behind the scenes. You have to set a budget, how much you're willing to spend on editing, book covers, whatever you want to do to make your book look just as good as the prose. But in an age where no one's really reading, is it even worth writing? I've been writing since I was in elementary school. It's just what I do. It's what I love. It's a passion. But then when you think, you're like, oh man, what does a writer do when you don't want to promote yourself on social media? Many of us are either introverts or what I prefer to call socially selective. So we don't really want to do a whole lot of rah, rah, hey, look at me, I got a book. We don't really want to do all that. We hope that you find the book. We hope that you enjoy it. We hope that you could perhaps give us some reviews. And that's it. We get our little residuals every few months. Cool. Off we go. We don't want to do too much. But then again, how do you market your material in an age where people aren't reading? So we're forced to go on sites like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. We're forced to. Some of us don't like that. I'm warming up to it slowly, but I'm saddened to see that people just aren't opening books. I remember in middle school, we had a program called DEAR, D-E-A-R. It was an acronym for Drop Everything and Read. And every Tuesday or Wednesday at a certain period, the alarm would go off in the school. And that just meant whatever you were doing, you would have to stop, cold turkey, have your book ready and read, usually about 30 minutes. And this was a weekly thing in middle school. And it was just a way to encourage the youth to open up a book and get engrossed in literature. And we didn't have cell phones back in the early 90s like that. So the distractions were very limited, but it was a great way to get people into books. They don't have anything like that now, do they? Those who are watching, those who are listening, when's the last time you opened up a book? And as a writer, I gotta be honest, I don't read as much as I like to type because I don't like the interference. I don't like reading other people's work as I'm in book mode. Perhaps there's another author listening who can attest to this. But we don't want the distractions. We want to focus on what we're doing. Now, when I'm out of book mode, sure, I can read plenty of books. But it really bothers me that reading is a lost art. You'd be hard-pressed to find about 10 people right now in your contacts that are avid readers. If you have access to those types, send them my way. Let them hit the link in my description, and perhaps I have new fans. One can only hope. But that's the one thing that I wish came back since we're into this whole analog 2026. Let's put the digital devices away. Let's start reading more. One book a month. And if that's too much, maybe 2 books biannually. 1 book every 6 months. That can't be too hard. Rather than what we're currently doing. Because what we're currently doing is just dumbing ourselves down. I'm not excluded from that. Because I can get caught up in doom scrolling, watching conspiracies, watching this, watching that. For sure. Then we have sports betting. That's another distraction. There's so many distractions. And now with ADHD and all this stuff running rampant, people's attention spans just aren't there. Can you be alone in your thoughts for 30 minutes and just turning a page? Television off, phone powered down. Can you do it? Because us authors need that. We need your attention span. We need you to just get lost in our work. Create your own fantasy if you wish, but we need you to get lost in our work for about 30 minutes a day. Because that's how we build the fan base. That's how we earn your trust. All you have to do is read. Dear, drop everything and read. I'm telling you, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me as a 7th grader. I'm reading autobiographies at 12 years old, and I wish it could have carried into this digital age. Unfortunately, it didn't. Life starts happening. You get distracted. But I'm making a promise to myself as a writer that I will read again. And I'm hoping I can get some of you guys to purchase the work of art you see on your screen. It's a long time coming. It's here. But this video is dedicated to my fellow independent authors and those who are trying to get their work out there. We're in this together. I know your struggle. I feel your pain. Keep working. We're going to find readers. We're going to find readers again. They exist. We're going to figure this out.